This video is gonna be like a conversation with a friend that doesn't let you speak because you can't answer me. Okay, cool. Hi, my name is Simona, and if you're new here, I'm your favorite progressive Russian internet auntie. Or mom. Or friend. You know, whatever you need right now. Since I started posting videos online, especially videos with my husband, a lot of people have sent me direct messages asking for relationship advice.
How do I find my soulmate? How do I not be in toxic relationships? How relationships? Simona, tell me.
Quick disclaimer. I'm not a guru, a relationship guru, or a psychologist. I just had a pretty eventful life so far, and I've had a fair share of toxic romantic relationships as well as friendships. So I guess I've learned something because I'm doing better now. So don't take this as like direct advice, like you have to do this and think this way and there's no other way, because obviously we're all different, and I'm just gonna be sharing my personal experience and my personal thoughts that I have acquired so far in my life. I haven't made a whole list of key points that I wanted to cover in this video, but it's probably gonna be absolute chaos anyway. So I hope today we can just have a little talk. Make yourself a nice cup of tea or coffee or whatever beverage. This is probably gonna be a pretty long and chaotic video. Did you bring me tea?
Yeah, I brought you tea.
Thanks, can you put it on the floor somewhere? Before I get started. In this video, I'm gonna talk about relationships in general, so it includes both romantic relationships and friendships, because in the end it's just any interactions we have in life. And I think we've all experienced unhelpful, let's put it that way too, unhelpful and unpleasant relationships with different people. Once you become more grounded within yourself and you realize what your values and boundaries are, you apply that to all of the relationships that you have. I'll start really far, but you're gonna hopefully understand what I'm talking about by the end of the video. In my head, it makes sense. Our culture sometimes teaches us that we have to just, suffer through it. Like, you need to just потерпеть немного. And sometimes you need to do things that you don't want to do. And if you complain about things you don't want to do, you're a little bitch.
Ну чё ты ноешь, ну просто потерпи немного.
Also, a big part of our culture is а что вот соседка Зина подумает? А вот Леночка что подумает? It's, for some reason, really important to think about what they think about you or what they say about you. You need to be a good person. You need to be a good person and be nice to everyone, even if it kind of might go against your own values. What do we have? We have a grown-up person, a teenager, that is taught that life sucks and you gotta suck it up. Not bitch about it and just deal with it. Also, you have to think about what everyone else is gonna say. You need to make everyone around you happy, even if that's not something that you actually want to do right now. That makes you an ultimate people pleaser. And I think it's important to know that most of my life I've been a people pleaser. I still kind of am, but not till a point where it actually hurts me. And people like people pleasers. And those kind of people oftentimes end up in toxic relationships. And in my personal experience, a toxic relationship, it's one person or a group of friends that you stick around with that maybe you're not even that happy with. And usually in toxic relationships, the other party makes you feel like crap. Let me give you an example. So imagine you have a group of friends that openly make a lot of jokes about the way you look. And the worst part is if you actually choose to bring it up and you're like, hey, it really hurts my feelings. Most likely, it's gonna go two ways. Either they're gonna look at you and be like,
What? It's just a joke. We love you.
Or they're gonna be like,
Oh my god. We didn't know that saying offensive things about you offends you.
and then once you're not in the group anymore,
Oh my god, did you hear what she said?
it sucks. And the same thing can happen with, let's say, a boyfriend or a girlfriend. When this person makes you feel good for some time, but then they also use you to feel better about themselves. How do you determine whether it's a toxic relationship or not? I guess the best way to go is trust your gut and be aware of how you feel. It's not gonna feel right. You just need to acknowledge that, is what I'm saying. If you want to read about it, I'm gonna leave a link to, in my opinion, pretty straightforward article about abusive relationships and things that come into it. Maybe you can read through this and see if, if any of it applies. This is all gonna make sense in the end. So you've acknowledged that, this doesn't feel right. And you can ask yourself like very simple questions like, am I in this group of friends just because it gives me some kind of status? Am I with this person just because they're conventionally attractive? Just ask yourself those questions and try to realize whether you're actually happy, you actually want to be invested in this person, or did they just make you feel like no one else is gonna want you anymore? Another important part of the culture that we really need to acknowledge is that a lot of times people that aren't in a romantic relationship or don't have a lot of friends are considered weird. I really don't like the saying your better half or your other half, вторая половинка. В смысле вторая половинка? Ты целый человек, один целый. I am a whole person. You don't need another person to make you whole. Not being in a relationship, whatever relationship it might be, doesn't say anything. It's just that it's not the right time for you. You haven't felt a need. You haven't found the right person. And the same thing goes for friendships. Sometimes we're just not in the right place, the right mindset, or part of our life to just have any deep connections. Yeah, we experience ourselves through relationships with other people, but sometimes we just want to be left alone and just figure things out and experience things alone. And that's fine. And even if this random person is gonna think and want to talk that you're weird for rejecting that person or you're weird for doing that, fuck them. Like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And the question that is asked most of the times to me is,
Simona, how do I find my soulmate?
the way to find your soulmate is to stop looking for them. Chill. It's a popular belief that a soulmate has to be a romantic partner, but actually a lot of times we find our soulmates in friends, in mentors, in teachers, in family members. In my understanding, a soulmate is just someone who you really understand without any words. A person who is always there for you no matter what. So maybe if you open up a little bit and just look through the people that are around you, you're gonna realize that you already have a soulmate, and maybe it's your best friend, maybe it's a family member that's there for you. And that also means that you can have multiple soulmates, and that's amazing. God, I feel like this video has gone down this unpredictable spiral that I can't get out of. Let me try and sum it up, because this has went everywhere at this point. As your auntie, I'm gonna tell you, if someone is making you feel bad about yourself, chances are they're probably really sad and need therapy. A person in good mental health, in a good place in life, will never drag other people down. You just take those people, make you feel bad, put them in a little ball, and you go. Let's not talk about the whole thing with it's your family, that is a toxic relationship and currently you can't avoid it, that's a different story. If you can't escape that relationship right now, maybe at least what I'm gonna say now is gonna help you put this little glass bubble around yourself. If someone is gaslighting you, if someone is bringing you down, not supporting you at all in anything, making you feel bad about all of your choices, they either are very bad at communicating their love or they need therapy. As in Russian we say, у них огромная просто куча тараканов, целый подвал. And they're just trying to use you to say something bad about you and make themselves feel a little better about themselves because they know
They ain't shit.
Okay. That was a little bit extreme, I'm sorry. You're not a bad person for thinking about yourself and taking care of yourself, taking care of your emotional health, and making sure that you feel good, happy, fulfilled, and that you're not spending all of your energy on people that don't even value it. I mentioned it in the beginning, but trust your gut. Trust your emotions. Try to really notice if the cause of your sadness is that person, people, whatever. Also remember that you are very capable on your own. If people want to make fun of you for being a loner and doing random stuff on your own, but that truly makes you happy, it doesn't matter, because in the end, you are around yourself all the time. So it's important to keep yourself happy and be aware of the surroundings that might be hurting you. God, I have no idea what I'm doing. There is a social construct that's probably built into your brain saying,
Hey, you need to be in a relationship by this age, you need to get married by this age, you need to pop a little human out of you if you're a woman.
out of you by this age, it's fake. You don't owe that to anyone. Because I might be happy and married at 23, but maybe you're 23 too right now, and you're like, no, that's whack. I don't wanna be married. I don't feel like it. I wanna travel the world. Go for it. I support you. And if you're younger than 23 and you really feel like you want to be married, or if you want to be in a really committed relationship, I support you. If that's something that truly will make you happy, remember, we're all different. We're all different, and that's amazing. There's no set way that you're supposed to live.
Bro, this is so deep.
It's just a bunch of information put on you, but you know, I never said that it's gonna be a list. I said I'm just gonna share my experience. And it's chaotic. This video was probably a lot more serious than the previous ones I've posted, but people ask for it, and you know, if people want to see it, I'm gonna try to provide. And I hope I was able to give you some interesting things to think about or realize. If you're still here, wow. Well, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for sticking around. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and also thank you for suggesting this. And if you still have some kind of question, you can either always DM me if it's something personal. You're also always welcome to post it in the comment section for me and other people to read and discuss it. And I hope you're gonna have a good morning, day, evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this. И, конечно же, увидимся в следующем видео. Bye! Can you look in the thingy and see if I'm...
Hot? Yeah, still hot.
Thank you, don't make loud noise.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I love you.